Hey everybody. Happy Sunday to y'all. Time for some more Switch 2 streaming. In this freaking heat wave. Oh my god, it's hot. It is so... Oh, y'all. Alright, let me check. Let me check. Weather.com, what you got for me? Is currently where I am 92 degrees, feels like 103, 55% humidity. Weather sucks. But I'm hanging in there. Got the AC on, it's doing its best. It's doing its best. It can only do so much, but it's doing its best. Got my fan on. Got another fan on in the living room to try to cool things off out there. It's too damn hot. Luckily, Sundays are when I tend to do a slightly shorter stream. Slightly shorter. Because I'm busy Sunday evenings, so... Probably gonna end up doing roughly 2.5 hours instead of the usual 3 to 4 today. We'll see what happens. But I definitely want to at least check something out I've been looking forward to here on Switch 2. Pokémon Violet, We Fixed It edition. This is gonna be interesting. I have not fired this up. I do not know what I'm in for here. I have heard Digital Foundry talk about it on like DF Direct and stuff, and apparently they're like, yeah, they fixed it. Weird, huh? Runs at like 60 FPS, not even like 30, 60 FPS. Image quality is better, art style still Scarlet and Violet. The art style is not that great, but it runs, which I'm interested in, because if you know, you know. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they run like absolute ass on the Switch 1, but as a Pokemon game, it's one of the best. Specifically as a Pokemon game. I want to make that clear. Not necessarily as a video game, but the Pokemon experience you get out of it is stellar. So I'm very excited to hop in here. I got the recording going at 4K again, so hopefully if I can get the YouTube VOD up, you know, a reasonable amount of time, we'll have some nice 4K footage over there. It's gonna be fun. I don't know if we'll get into the DLC today. I did buy the DLC because I've always wanted to get into it. Maybe we start that tomorrow and I just like mess around today to see how things are running. Yeah, should be all set up. As far as I know, all I needed to do was just make sure it's up to date, right? Yep. And the Switch 2 patch should be included in there, so... Alright, let's see how this goes. Turn down the music. Get ready to roll. Just a couple things on my end, and... let's do it. I have not touched this game in years. Did they make this game not boring? Well, I mean, they didn't give you good taste, so... Not yet, Lex. Science is still working on that. Don't worry, we'll get there one day. We'll get there one day. Okay, let me see how audio levels are and everything. Should be fine, since I'm, you know, dialed in basically how we have been for other Switch 2 things. I can already tell that the rain is falling at a faster frame rate. Good start. Okay, this is confirming that I have the DLC download. Okay. Name Pokemon again for points? Do I even have those rewards enabled still? I don't think so, nah. Not right now. Maybe in the DLC. Maybe in the DLC. But not right now. Okay, let's see. Alright, already I am not ill playing the game. The texture work is still just chef's kiss. Beautiful texture work on those mountains. You see that there? The like 12 by 12 tile of mountain that they had to work with. They just tiled over and over. Jesus Christ. Nice blurry textures on the wall there. Alright, alright. This is still Scarlet and Violet. What's running? That's the important thing. We can confidently say the game is running. I don't remember how this game works. I don't remember the controls. What the hell is this? Oh! Oh, Cerule Edge, it's you, buddy! What's up? Zoomies, huh? You got zoomies? Aww. That's my buddy right there. Oh, that's a good point there. Yeah, the mini-map seems to be rotating at 30 FPS for some inexplicable reason. That's weird. Okay. Okay. A friendly reminder, we try to keep things positive around here. So chill out a little bit, unless you're a friend of the stream. We can certainly criticize the things that look awful, but let's not go too far. Such as this texture work. Good golly. You can tell that Game Freak peaked with 2D graphics. Okay, okay. There's less pop-in overall. It's still there, don't get me wrong. There's definitely less than before. Alright, let me see. I can't ride my... Oh, right. I was doing, like, competitive stuff. Because I had... God. I don't remember what I was doing the last time we played. Look at all these Pokemon I caught, though. Look at the crew. Oh, my goodness. I really went wild with this game. How did I... How did I do this with the game running like absolute ass? Man. I tell you what, I do genuinely remember... I remember, like, my eyes hurting playing this game the first time around. Oh, jeez. Yep, and there's the legendaries. I even got Iron Valiant and Roaring Moon. How far did I go with this stuff? I probably have an archive of this stream somewhere the last time. I was doing competitive stuff. I remember, chat was being nice and helping me out with stuff even. That was cool. Okay. Let's get the squad back together. Let me see. Meowscarada, is that my Meowscarada? Level 36? It doesn't sound right. Where did I put my main team? I don't think I transferred them to home or anything. I think they should be in here somewhere. Ah, yeah, there we go. There's... Oh, wait, is this? I just realized what this is. I forgot I was doing this. I have a freaking living dex in Scarlet and Violet. That's what I was doing last time. I have one of everything. I was like, what is this ordering? What is this grouping? That's right, that's what we were doing last time. Is that Shiny Dawn fan? Good question. Do the icons reflect shininess? Yeah, I have all the evolutions and everything. Okay, okay. It's coming back to me. It's been what, like 2 or 3 years? It's been a while. Oh, this? Iron Treads. No, this is one of the lazy things about Scarlet and Violet. the Paradox Pokemon. I like the designs of them, but the fact that they are just like robot versions of existing Pokemon in Violet. Whereas in Scarlet, as you can see, wait, well, let's not do Sandy Shocks. Let's do Great Tusk. This is a better design, I think. So this is like Ancient Donphan. This is the Paradox Pokemon you get at the end of the game. If it's Scarlet, it's ancient versions of the Pokemon. If it's Violet, it's future versions of some Pokemon. And apparently in the future, every Pokemon is just a robot. Which I like the way they look, generally speaking. Like, I got a bundle here. I like that guy. I think he's cute. Some are a bit sillier than others. I like Iron Jugulus. Iron Moth, I think, looks really cool. Iron Thorns, pretty good, pretty good. And of course, yeah, we have Iron Valiant, which is, I think this is an interesting one. Well, if you combine Gallade with Gardevoir, I think that was neat. And of course, big boy himself on the box, Rhydon. Yeah, where the hell did I put my team? Because I should have a Meowscarada. That's like level 60 or something. I'm not seeing it. Well, you know what? I just roll with Ceruledge for now. Oh my god, this is so high res. And then you can see, look at the cloud in the background, still being rendered out at a nice like 720p. Oh no, I did the boxes all by hand. I did that all manually. But there isn't going to be anything earlier in number, because I'm just doing like the Pokemon that are featured in this game. So any other ones would be added to the back of the line in the boxes, number-wise. Aww, he's CP. Wait a second. Do I have... She's CP, that's right! My Ceruledge is a girl, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, let me see how riding around town functions. And so far it seems nice and smooth. Should be coming through on the stream, you know, no drop frames or anything, so... Let me get to the top here and then glide down. He used to chug when he did that. Yeah, it's a big improvement. You know, it's... Don't get me wrong, it's still Scarlet and Violet. It's still, like... You know, basically an Xbox 360 game, because that's where Game Freak is, but they made it not awful, which is what it should have been in the first place. People should not have had to buy a $450 new console for it to run like this, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, the game would like choke and sputter before, but nope, we're just... smooth sailing as stuff loads in. Nice, good to see, good to see. Got the rain going there for a little bit of extra stress because of the alpha effect. Good. Let's go out into the field and see how things run. This will be a real test. Sneaking. Yo, we are going to roast this Hoppip. Bitter Blade. Annihilate this thing, Ceruledge. Toasted. Yeah, really needed that experience. Hey look, it's a little, it's that guy Tarantula, I believe it is. His every Pokemon name is a pun, naturally. Just chilling out in the tree. Ah, that's Spupa? I really don't remember all of the names of the ones that from like. Let's see, that would have been XY, right? So it was what, something then Spupa, then Vivian. Vivian's a cool one. I like Vivian. Well, this gen has way better music than Gen 8, yeah. I think Sword and Shield had bad music, but like blended in a little bit. They also got some help with this. Like, I don't know how much he influenced it, but Toby Fox worked on some of the soundtrack as well, whereas he just contributed like one song to whatchamacallit, Sword and Shield. Yeah, there's like materials for, it's not crafting, it's like a crafting adjacent system though, because you know it's an open world game. Of course we had to do something like that, right? Let's see. That's right, I'm a ghost. Can't use those normal attacks. Yeah, sandwiches are part of it. The whole sandwich system, which, yeah, I never got into. I definitely played this one more casually, I would say, overall. I didn't get too much into competitive stuff this generation. For me, it was more about just exploring the world and then completing the Pokédex. How do you do with this? A Terrestrial Crystal, but I don't oh, Terra Raid Battle. Against... Oh, that is... Katarine? Okay, yeah, challenge alone. Let's try a Terra Battle, see how this holds up with all the effects and everything. They got really into this with Sword and Shield for some reason, raid battles. Which I guess for kids is kind of cool, like being able to team up with your friends and do cooperative multiplayer in Pokemon. But if y'all didn't know, you can actually, like, the multiplayer Pokemon game people have been, like, always asking for, that's this game. Like, you can just hop into your friend's game and, like, go around and do stuff. Yeah, say straight up main evolution line that's just Minecraft creatures over there on the right, as you can see. Really? Get paralyzed me? I do like the Terra Raid battles more than the Dynamax battles in Sword and Shield. If nothing else, the style of them is a bit cooler. You know, sure, let's catch it. Why not? Yeah, all the special effects and everything are running well. Once again, a very low-res texture on the ground, though. Hatrem, that's right. It's Hatena, Hatrem, Hatterene. One of the cool things about doing these raid battles is that you get experience candy, which, you know, I think people know what rare candy does. You know, you just level up your Pokemon by one. Experience candy is a smaller version of the same thing. Or potentially bigger if you get a large one. It can actually level up multiple levels. And then you get other stuff for competitive things. You can use the Terra Shards to do, I believe that's the one where if you get enough of them, you can change your Pokemon's Terra type, which is the competitive gimmick this generation. Once per battle, you can change your Pokemon's type. It's predetermined, like, beforehand. You can't just, like, you know, oh, I'm up against a electric Pokemon, I'll just decide on the fly to change it to a ground type. You can't do that, but it's like you can go into battle with, say, your fire Pokemon. You can have its Terra type be, say, water. So, like, or not water, like, what would you want to do? Yeah, you do water. So, like Ceruledge here is a fire type. So, like, if I go into battle, I would want its Terra type to be something like water or maybe grass. So that way, if my opponent tries to use a water attack against me, joke's on you. I changed into my Terra type, which is water, and so now your move isn't very effective. So that's definitely a more interesting competitive gimmick, if you were going to have one, than I think Dynamaxing and even Z moves were. I still like Mega Evolution the best out of all of them. Like, if you have to have a gimmick, Mega Evolution is the most fun. But I thought it was an interesting addition in this game. Yo, Lechonk! Let's go! I'm just terrorizing this field of Pokemon with Ceruledge. I don't know if I've mentioned this anywhere, but Ceruledge, like, came out this generation. New Pokemon? My new favorite Pokemon. I think Ceruledge is awesome. Look at this dude. Dudette, in my case. Look, she's just Mega Man EXE from Battle Network. Like, come on now. It's so cool. Do I think they'll make a Pokemon game that doesn't have all the gimmick stuff? Nah. Nah. You're talking about, that would be a remake. But that's what the remakes do. They don't have any of this. They're faithful to, like, where the original versions were. God, you look stupid with that. With the glider. It's just a human look, Lex. Look, we all have our favorites, you know? We all have our favorites. We don't question it. A raid battle. Oh yeah, this is something I heard about. I know Jordan was talking about this on the VGC podcast too. Sometimes you'll get like a ton of Pokemon spawning in, like almost like overwhelming amounts, to the point that like if you have the shiny boosting items turned on, you'll just get shiny in like minutes because there's so many Pokemon on the field sometimes now. People love Lechonk. Chonk's adorable. But yeah, look at all these Hoppip, like. And then the Fletchlings in the back here. Not necessarily something that's impressive for other games, but it's just funny that finally we're at this point with Pokemon. All it took was a generational leap. Entirely new hardware to get the game to run well. Yeah, that is definitely the ugliest thing about this game, for sure, is the texture work. This was a problem in Legends Arceus too, that some people were like, oh, just don't pay too much attention to it, but like, nah, dude, that is distracting. That is ugly. I think if you're a regular of the stream, though, you know how I try to do things around here. We can call out things that are bad, but also praise things that are good. Climb. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. That's right. Zelda. It's raining. He struggles to climb a little bit. Yeah, like I said, the technical prowess of Game Freak is definitely still stuck in the 360 era, because they have not figured out 3D yet, hilariously. Ooh, let me. See, is there any area of the game I haven't been to yet, really? Piper. Jesse's Pokemon. I assume a lot of y'all watching have never played this before, or various reasons. So it is like a true open world. Once the game like gives you the tutorial, which it's Pokemon, so it's a little long, but they get there. But once you get through the tutorial, they just set you loose in this world. Like, let me remember my Nintendo buttons here. You can just go freaking anywhere you want, man. The game engine from the 3DS era? Probably. Like, they still use their own internal stuff, so it's just doesn't change. All Nintendo studios do that. Like, unless it's an external studio doing something like what Yoshi's Crafted World was Unreal because it was done by an external developer they partnered with, right? They get stuff like that. Sega sales numbers they accidentally included in the earnings report. No, what you talking about there, Lex? Look, y'all, it's Death Mountain from Ocarina of Time. Jesus. On the plus side, yeah, what's the first blob you'd like to see? Take a leaked 6 years of sales numbers? What, this wasn't supposed to be public? Okay. Nothing too surprising here from first glance. Song Frontiers, 4.5 million. Persona 5 Royal over 7. Checks out. Yeah, and that's the thing, Green Thumbs. Like, that's why I said, like, it's a really good Pokemon experience. As far as a video game, look, y'all can just, you can use your eyes, obviously. Like, I wish it was more advanced than it is, technically, but this is what we got. Yeah, as especially here on the Switch 2, now that, like, I think it always actually ran better in handheld mode on the Switch 1 than docked mode. Like, it feels like they targeted handheld mode because that's what, you know, kids are gonna play on Switch Lites and stuff. Oh, wait, is that... Are you a shiny? No, you were just scared that those were like sweat, sweat dripping off you because you were scared. Jeez. Yeah, I think, like, this game is still gonna be mostly found for like $60. So, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it at that price if you're just like curious about it. But yeah, if this goes on sale on Black Friday for like 40 or something, you know. Wait a second. So what's up with this one? I don't remember. Are you a shiny or are you a Terra? I think you're a Terra because of the way you like sparkle. Yeah, it's a Terra Shinx. So in battle, you can change its type to ice. Normally it's an electric type. Alright, well, you know what? You can Terrasilize too. What is my Terra type? Is it Ghost? Oh no, I went with Fire. So Cerula is normally Ghost and Fire. I turned into Terra Fire. So like if you do the same type that it already was, it just gives you a power boost. Wait, what the hell? Oh yeah, critical hit, you did it. Oh right, when you break its Terra type in the wild, it's like it holds on a little bit. No, and that's the interesting thing about Terra types, is that you don't get a different moveset or anything, you just change your type. So it's sort of like a, I'm trying to think of something to equate it to. It's almost like, think of like a card game where it's like, let's say Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, like, oh, you activated my trap card. It's like that. Like at the beginning of a turn, if you choose to terrestrialize, you change the type. Your moves stay the same, but some Pokemon, you know, they learn moves of a different type. So like, let's say Machamp. Machamp learns a variety, or Hitmonchan, I mean, people might know more. I can learn like Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, you know, all these Ice Punch, because that's what Hitmonchan does. It learns different punching moves. So normally Hitmonchan has a fighting type, but what if you said it's Terra type to electric? Well, at the beginning of your turn, if you terrestrialize into electric, and they use Thunder Punch, yes, it does affect stab, so your Thunder Punch will be even more powerful, because you are an electric type until you get knocked out. Like I said, I think that's a much more interesting mechanic than just, like, Gigantamaxing from Sword and Shield, where it's just like, oh, you're just, like, way more powerful for a few turns. Yeah, exactly. It, like, leans into the rock, paper, scissors of it all. I missed Lex's. P3R and Metaphor both have already hit 2 million. Actually, it seems like maybe a little low for Metaphor. I maybe would have thought, like... Well, granted, Metaphor was at the end of last year, right? So, I guess that sounds right. Yeah, once you unlock all the abilities for your ride Pokemon, I think they just call it. You can go, like, anywhere. It's Breath of the Wild style. But also, let's see. So, Miraidon... Okay, let me... Also notice the music changed based on how fast I'm moving. Cute detail. Also, notice the case I have on my Rotom phone. I have an old Game Boy themed case on it with Eevee and Pikachu. I think that's a neat detail. Working out Sunday should be a crime? Hey, I'm doing it, Allie. Let's put Shinx in here. Alright, so let's see. With Miraidon, I'm trying to remember how you do this. Yeah. So Miraidon can also just be, like, a Pokemon used in battle, but if you choose for it to be a ride Pokemon, it's removed from your team, so it's technically your 7th Pokemon. It's sort of like your Ash's Pikachu, you know? It just hangs out with you, but if you want to battle, it can. Stars are pretty, at least. Yeah, let's go up there. Unlike Link, Miraidon doesn't have stamina, so I can just climb up this. The abilities you see me using with Miraidon are late game stuff. It's once the game is like, okay, you've been everywhere, you've seen like most of what you want to see. If you want to get secrets, okay, we'll let you glide, we'll let you climb walls. Go ahead, just like break this open world open. Why not? God, look at how many there are down there. Yo, I want that Braviary. Battle me! Sometimes the camera in battle's a little awkward since you don't transition to a new screen anymore. Yeah. Oh, I should use False Swipe so I could catch it. Oh well. False Swipe will never knock out a Pokemon, regardless of how high your damage is. Ooh, an Axew. Palmo and Palmy. New Pokemon. Oh, right, I should see... Yeah, notice, okay, look in the background. There's a lot of Pokemon on screen right now. Like, look in the, and like Ghastly's phasing in and out of existence. I don't know if that's Ghastly things or if that's in, yeah, I think that might be just Ghastly things. That looks intentional. Notice how the Pokemon are animating at full frame rate? They would animate at like, no joke, 5 FPS to save on resources on Switch 1. But everyone looks like they're moving at full rate and everything. It's a little hard to tell on my screen because I'm on a 1080p screen, not full 4K, which I guess is how you all are seeing it too. I think I might be noticing a little bit of like DLSS artifacting on the very far out Pokemon. I think the Digital Foundry said that they, in their research, they found that this game is using DLSS, which would make sense. Everything looks nice and smooth, like all the edges. Like if you look at the rock behind me, I'll check out the 4K footage later to see how it looks, but it definitely looks like a very smooth edge, which is normally something you associate with DLSS. Like very good anti-aliasing, effectively. I mean, Lex, the whole like, yeah, living thing with wheels thing, it's definitely weirder on the ancient Pokemon than the future Pokemon. This is a Pokemon that, like, looks like it was designed to be your motorcycle. Koraidon, though, is, his Scarlet counterpart. That thing is weird. I don't like that. Why do you got those wheels? It doesn't even use them. It just gallops everywhere instead. So those are both Terra battles, right? Thrusters bug you more. It wouldn't be the first Pokemon to have, like, thrusters. You can go back to, like, Magmortar, basically. Alright, I want to see how gliding down to Lavincia is gonna go. Man. It really makes the world seem small when you can see everything. Hey, it's a little Swablu. What's up, little fella? This is why Pokemon nerds like me like this game, is because it feels like you are just in a Pokemon world for the first time, rather than going from, like, zone to zone, really. Like, sort of set pieces that have been laid out for you. Do a flip! Let's see how this goes, because the gliding does have a fall off. Yeah, no chugging, no, like, insane loading times or anything. Neat. A little bit of popping still, but, you know, you even get that with, like, PS4 games and stuff. There's a gym. It's a Scarlet and Violet style gym. Aw, Awesome 4 are sleeping because it's nighttime. Don't come out in the day. Yeah, the funny thing is, yeah, it feels weird because you don't expect this out of Pokemon. You don't expect it to actually feel like a video game. You expect it to feel like a Pokemon game, hyper specifically. You're like way too aware of what it is. But yeah. Oh, Lex. And Allie, I guess. How you feel about Cyclizar? Who, wouldn't you believe it, no relation to Miraidon. There's like in-world speculation that Miraidon is the future version of Cyclizar, but does it have a headlight? Yeah, on the they give it a what do you call those things? Saddle. They give it a saddle because it's just like a lizard where, like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is where they started the design for Miraidon Koraidon. Like, the lizard's tail is a wheel, and then some lizards, they like, is it Komodo dragons, where they like expand their throat to like scare off invaders or like predators or whatever. I think they probably started with Cyclozar down there, the little guy, and then expanded that out into the legendaries for this game. Rhydon, Koraidon. And that's how you get, like, the future guy, since it's made out of metal. It's just a freaking motorcycle, and then Koraidon looks like a motorcycle, but it's, like, Fred Flintstone style. He, like, he moves using his feet. Can you climb the windmill? You cannot. It is a fake windmill. Can I climb the side, though? Yeah, you can climb the side. We can see the sunrise. The day-night cycle is a bit slow, so I don't want to sit here, but there it is. Oh, there it is, there it is. Sun's coming from over there. Hey. Yeah, like, look, I ain't trying to get you to, I ain't trying to get anyone to buy a game they are not interested in, but if you're like, you know, the way sickos, you know, like me and Jordan Midler and other Pokemon freaks in games media have been talking about this game of like, no, it's good, we swear. Yes, it runs like ass, but we swear it's a fun game. Like, if finally the Switch 2, you purchased that already, you're like, okay, well, maybe now is the time to check it out. Then yeah, like I said earlier in the stream, like, probably still pick it up on sale or something, because yeah, it's not the most in-depth game overall, but it's a cute thing to explore. And if nothing else, it has me more excited than ever for Gen 10, where hopefully, now they have some of the tech stuff figured out, we'll have just like a good video game in general for the next one. Yeah, I wanted to like float down to Levincia when it was nighttime, but I dilly-dallied a little bit there. I want to try to do it from the tower now. Oh right, I have the booster. I keep forgetting that I have the thrusters. 2 speeds, fast and way too fast. Can you climb this? Ah, can't. It's plus for whatever reason, get on and off. Ah, there's definitely still a level of detail though, because boy, that is a Play-Doh blob over there. Yep, the city is definitely still doing lower res stuff. Okay, I think Levincia specifically always does that though, because like if you look in the background, it might be a little hard to see because I'm far away, but the Pokemon centers and everything, even the last city we were in, still look normal. But Levincia specifically, because like the metropolis of this game, they load in lower res assets. And it's especially noticeable at this resolution. Right, hey! Let's see. Hey, the gimme goo! You are a ghost type. Good job. I knew you could do it, Cerule Edge. I'm just now thinking, remember Pokemon Champions? Remember the battle simulator they announced this year that we haven't seen anything about? I was thinking about that since we're going to like an arena. There it is. There's the actual buildings. See how they look up close. Carp. Let me snooze. The ads are about to run. I'll snooze them for now, and then I'll take a break in just a little bit here. So, I think lighting is a little off today. I don't know why. Wait, is that 2 Magikarp, or is that just some weird artifacting there? Wait, is it? I can't tell if this is 2 Magikarp or if... Here, let me see. Oh my god, I forgot. Cerule Edge is on a little floaty because he can't swim. Aww. Okay, so that was just one. Okay, so that's interesting. Let me look at Neuridon. Yeah. So that's the side effect of the water, is that after image. I was wondering if that was the upscaling effect or anything. Wait, was that Shellos? Oh, missed it. Can I climb this? I can. Okay, good to know. Pretty important later on. Let's go in the front door. Water Pokemon, my favorite. And a Dreepy for some reason. Little Ghost Dragon, dude. Finizen. It's just a dolphin, finally. The homie Salty Dolphin's very excited about that. Gyarados out of nowhere. Flock of Wattrel flying in the background. Awful tiling of those of that texture in the background. This game certainly has its moments. Like if I position the camera right here, yeah, stuff in the background doesn't look great, but you know, like, especially like if we get over here to the water and see a lot of Pokemon in the background and everything, this actually looks pretty good. Like right around here. You swing the camera over to that ledge and gosh, that is a slowpoke butt. Hey man, you asked for it. Hey, it was like I was saying, yeah, you swing the camera over here and you, Oh yeah, I played it on my big old OLED TV when it first came out too, and it looked awful. Definitely got some improvement going on here. Oh hey, a lot of people probably haven't seen this guy yet. Come on, come on, come on, come out. Come out. Let me see. Yeah! It's not a Diglett, it's a Wiglet. Let me show some of his animations. Was caught off guard and couldn't move? That's a new one. Let me raise my attack again. Use Wrap. Come on, it doesn't affect me. I'm a ghost type. Try again, Wiglet. I believe in you. There you go, Aqua Jet. Super effective. Animations are getting better in Pokemon as well, but I would still like to see those improve too. There's still a little jank seeing your Pokemon like wave and then an effect comes out of them. They're better than they used to be, but still. Is a bit jarring. You see me like go to all these little like there'll be little sparklies on the ground. You just get items by just picking up the little sparklies on the ground. It's like the in the 2D games you see a Pokeball in the overworld. Those still exist, but they're more rare. Usually it's just the little shining thing. Let's see. Okay, more poppin'. Definitely more poppin' than we were seeing before here in Levincia. Oh. That's right, yeah, the gym leaders are all like part of the world in this one again. That's something that I liked a lot about Black and White. Was seeing the gym leaders have like jobs and stuff. Aw, Sprigatito. Aw. Customization items. Yeah, what's her name? the, like, psychic type gym leader? I forget. I have her full art card. Pulled out of a pack a little while back. Of course, the music is still very good. Yeah, I wonder if this pop-in we're seeing here in the big city is just, like, baked into the code. Damn! I want to talk about that texture tiling. Woof. It seems like there's some things intrinsically wrong with the game that they didn't smooth over, because this is basically just a performance patch. It's interesting to see what was already, like, baked into the game, though, that just rendering at higher resolution and higher frame rate takes care of. Hirata, it's a question that we don't really have an answer to. Like, why do Pokemon games end up like this? What is happening at Game Freak? Game Freak insists that it's their own doing. Like, at least management insists, no, we're not being pressured by the Pokemon company. Nintendo's not pressuring us. We release the games at our speed. And it's like, well, if that's the case, that's even worse. That means you're choosing to rush games out before they're ready and everything, right? But at the same time, they can't just say... Like, you can't say that the company that you work with / owns you is a bad company that's forcing you to rush things out because, you know, we need to align the anime, the card game, and the video game. They're never going to just come out and say that. So, it could still be that. Oh, look, Rotom. Man with the Rotom disappeared. Alright, cool. I think, yeah, Pete, I think that's the bigger issue. Don't get me wrong, I still think there's mismanagement happening somewhere in the chain. But I think the bigger issue is that they are just so far behind technically. That they wanted to do an open world game, because that's what they wanted to do, like, artistically. And just the programming chops are not there at Game Freak to do that in 3D. So I think that's why we've reached the point with these games where we've hit the wall, where you can't ignore the tech issues anymore. Like, from the very first 3D Pokemon game, mainline Pokemon game on the 3DS, Pokemon X and Y, these games have always run poorly. Like, X and Y had slowdown constantly. And then, like, that got even worse with Sun and Moon. Then Sword and Shield had its issues as well, you know, trying to scale that up to the Switch. They had more power to work with, but they were also getting more ambitious. And then that leads us to Scarlet and Violet, where they have an open world, truly, for the first time in 3D. And it ran horribly on the Switch 1. Carl, yeah, like, Pokemon games, and I can't emphasize this enough, Pokemon games are kids' games. Like, let's be real. I am a 30-year-old adult who still enjoys this franchise because it's been with me my whole life. But these games are made for kids. So, like, yeah, they by default are very easy. Great Kamen? I believe is how you pronounce that. Thank you for the Prime sub. First and foremost, they're gonna, like, start with the easy difficulty when you just fire up the game. And then as the game goes on, you can choose to make it more difficult. Because that's the ultimate thing about Pokemon. Like with any RPG, you can choose to make it more difficult. You don't necessarily need a harder difficulty. Like, okay, the game is too easy, so just go back to Route 1, catch something low power, and then just rock that for a little bit. There you go, that's your hard mode. But people don't want to do that themselves, which I get. I get it. I think, like, if you want more challenging Pokemon overall, well, probably just better off going with, like, yeah, as mentioned in the chat there, Shin Megami Tensei or Persona. Just do a very similar style of gameplay, but it is more focused on that old-school RPG challenge. Yeah, ROM hacks of older games, exactly. That too. Ooh, a flock. Oh yeah, there's hella Pokemon here. I don't know if I've ever been to this island. Did I not realize this island exists because it didn't load out before? Like, this looks new to me. Huh. Let's see if I... Okay. Yeah, I don't have that TM, so I think I've never been to this island. I never got too into the Digimon games because I found that, like, yeah, Cyber Sleuth and stuff, I found it a bit too slow. Which maybe is how I would feel about Pokemon too if I wasn't already into the franchise, but... Yeah, I think also the Pokemon franchise is trying to get more people in because I think they recognized some of the issues with difficulty and everything. It's like, yeah, the Legends games are more conducive to challenging runs and stuff as well. All right. Okay, well, I do need to run ads here. If y'all don't know their spiel, I run 3 minutes of ads once an hour. It turns them off for the rest of the stream. So I'm going to take care of those. I'm also just going to take a break in general here. We're going to take a quick, like, 5-minute break. I'll get done during that. I'm going to get up. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to maybe cool off a little bit in front of the freezer or something. Refill my water and all that. So, hey, I suggest that everyone else does the same. You know, let's just all get up and take a break for a second. And when I get back, I'm gonna check out more of this game, see what else it has to offer. I'm gonna maybe check out some of the late game stuff as well, the late game areas, see how those run as well. Yeah. Stick around. We'll be back with more Pokemon. Alright, we're back. Hope you all had a good break. Let's get back into it. Pokemon Violet. Running acceptably. Not running like complete garbo anymore. Before the break, we were talking about like Pokemon difficulty and stuff, and Pete brought up a good point as I went to break. Nuzlocke runs. That's the type of thing I was talking about when I mean like you control how difficult the game is. Something like a Nuzlocke run is a perfect example of how you can very easily make a Pokemon game more difficult on your own. So it doesn't get in the way of this being designed for a different audience. Because people will do that when they like buy a Pokemon game for the very first time and just fire it up. They'll just immediately say, okay, I'm gonna do all the stuff I want to do in the game, but if Pokemon gets knocked out, it stays in the box. I'm picking it back up until after I complete the story. So that's a way you can also make the game more difficult on your own, which is cool. That's what I like about Pokemon, I think, in general, is the flexibility of it all. Oh, this island has all the different pledges on it. Okay. Like if you use all 3 in concert, or like if you use multiple of these pledge moves in concert, it does, yeah, it does different effects. So that's good for double battles. But it's cool that Pokemon is essentially a sandbox. I don't even mean like the fact that it's now open world, just the fact that, oh, first little hitch there. I think that was the game, I don't think that was my capture card. You control what the experience is. You control what the experience will be for you, which is cool. So that way any Pokemon game can be as easy or as difficult as you want it to be. What do you want, dude? Can't find my potential anywhere. Hey, relatable, dude. Anyways, now we go to battle. It's Pokemon. What's the shadow? The shadows on the ground. A little bit low res. I wonder if those are operating at the original resolution? Because shadows are tricky on any platform. Even on your like PS5 and Series X, shadows are the first thing to get downgraded, so it needs to get downgraded to hit a frame rate target. So you can see the jagged edges on everything. The player model is like nice and sharp now, but the shadow is like updating at a lower rate and it's lower resolution. Or it actually might be updating at 60, but it's shimmering in a way that makes it look like it's updating at a lower res, lower refresh rate. Or refresh rate is what I meant, but technically lower res too. Alright, what else we got to do around here? School of Weasel? We kind of just do a lap around. Vinegar! Yay! Apparently I didn't have vinegar yet for making sandwiches. We just do a lap around Paldea, I suppose. Going to the mountains and stuff. We got a Terra Pokemon over there. I do like the way that water looks in this game. Some of the stuff in this game, you're just a Terra. That's fine. Some stuff in this game I think has too realistic of an art style. It kind of clashes with the way you think Pokemon would look. Like, metal Pokemon have a very realistic metal texture on them, which I'm not a fan of. The water is like very GameCube. Like very Sega. Nice and blue. Geometry changing a little bit in the background there. Boosters. Got boost power. Oh, there you go. There's an example. This Magnemite. I like the way Magnemite looks. Especially next to the player, and even Miraidon, honestly, which is also a metallic Pokemon. It looks like too real-world metallic. Look at it next to its trainer. That is a bizarre mismatch in art styles. Like, Magnemite itself still looks like a Pokemon design, it's just the texturing is very weird. Oh, there's dude with little Rotom. Buzzing around. Want a piggyback? My feet hurt. Yeah, I've been there. Oh yeah, if y'all didn't know, this is the Pokemon Center now. It's like an outdoor area. The reasoning is that way they can have them in the middle of the wilds and it not be super out of place. But it's also funny that here in the cities where you cannot really go indoors all that much, it's a way for them to not to render an indoors area. Oh, Game Freak. Oh, speaking of Magnemite. Hello. Dang, look at all the Pokemon up here. Holy cow. I can barely move. Aw, dearling, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Beef, can you believe that I'm playing Pokemon on this channel? No, most people thought they'd never see the day. Shockingly. You know, don't look at chat right now and all the, like, emotes and everything and sub-icons. This is funny, I can barely move. There's so many damn Pokemon up here. Get away from them all. Should also heal Miraidon. Or, sorry, Cerulege. Starting to run a little low on, PP. Cerulege PP is small. I thought this was a Days Shawn channel. You know, I would have done more of that by now if it wasn't for the fact that anytime I hop on a call with someone and try to stream to both OBS and Discord, everything goes terribly wrong. I need to get that figured out. So I would like to do some more Days Shawn with Nikki. Yes, it is very hot right now as well, beef, yes. Yes, yes, lots of similarities between this and Days Gone. The bike, my main character with lots of attitude. New tip, photo taking tips. You press the left stick, any of the Pokemon you fly out of Pokeballs will stay put and wait for a signal. Good opportunity to use photo mode. Oh. Listen, Pokemon Center Lady, which is your canon name, you are not Nurse Joy. I always appreciate your tips. Also, I love your hairstyle in this game. Hang on a sec. I forgot about that. Like, double helix. Oh, okay, well. Hello. Yes, I suppose you would face me. The double helix style is very cool. You must have put, like, a bottle of hairspray in to get that done, man. Boiling lobsters in the pool. Dang, it do be hot out here, huh? Yeah, 93. Ugh. 93 here in Wisconsin. Christ. Hey, look at it. It's a tumbleweed. Except it's Pokemon. So it's a Bramblin. Yeah, I wish this game had more indoor areas as well, like the Pokemon Center. It's definitely one of those weird things where you don't need to go indoors in a Pokemon game, like really in any RPG, but especially in a Pokemon game, you don't need to go indoors. But so much flavor that's lost by them cutting corners and not doing that. So it definitely feels weird. Wisp, I already have that one. The gold Pokeballs on the ground are TMs. You know, the items that teach your Pokemon moves. Texture Tiling Valley. Alright, we finally made it. Nice, nice. Yeah, Pokemon designs are so stupid nowadays. Anyways, remember Muck? Remember Magnemite? Yeah, Cerulege is ready to take people out. Look at her. Majestic. Taller than me. And ready to just kick major ass. What's wrong with Magnemite? Beef, are you not here for the spiel? Here, there's a Magnemite. First of all, in this game, it's too realistic. It's too realistic, man. This is like when people say Scarlet Violet is ugly, this is the thing I think about. Is Magnemite looking like they took a JPEG of a real-world model of Magnemite and put it in the game. It's bizarre. Also, he just magnets. Oh, you got sturdy? Yeah, you got sturdy. Okay. But yes, my partner Pokemon is in fact just megaman.exe. She's so cool. Magnemite Screw. Dang, we stole Magnemite Screw. That's brutal. Yeah, Sword and Shield at least retained the more anime, cartoony art style of the past. They went bizarrely realistic, shading-wise and everything for this one. I do like, I will say, you know, as, like, if you want to, like, call out the tumbleweed and everything for being silly, sure. But generally, I actually do like a lot of the new Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Like, Orthworm there. You know, name aside, maybe. I think that's a good-looking dude. What else do we have? This game does a good mix of Pokemon. You know, you see Growlithe and Dugtrio and Voltorb rolling around with Skiddo and all the new ones. Oh, it just exploded. Voltorb blew up. I actually didn't know that could happen. Hariyama, Makuhita. Rolycoly and Caracol. Pretty sunset. Whoa, really pretty sunset. This actually looks really nice. The light, puffy clouds in the background and everything. Also makes you want to not look down and at the walls. Thunderbolt. An Artera raid. You can see even from up here the Psyduck down there. See, what's the cutoff? I'm curious. It's still like just barely rendered in. Oh, maybe it's just splashing effects. Right around here, yeah, the models are still in there. This is quite a ways up. This almost feels like almost sort of like an HD remaster of a game from a generation before, which is hysterical that that could or would need to happen. Oh, talk about good mix of Pokemon here. Lokix, Hawlucha from X and Y, Vivian from X and Y, a lot of X and Y Pokemon. Then there's Dragonite out of nowhere. Yeah, TM's going back to single use was a downgrade, but it's kind of cool that, like, that's one of the things you can craft in this game is the TMs. I think that's kind of neat that you can get so many of rare items in this game by just, like, picking them up off the ground. And also, geez, it's way too crowded here. I kind of want to pull up. I kind of want to launch the game on my Switch 1, but I do not have my Switch 1 set up right now. I still have it. I haven't sold it yet, because I plan to. But, right, the different little flowers that Flabebe can have. Yeah, it's just different variants. I was wondering if it was like a shiny or something. Oh my goodness. Can't move 5 feet. You think Game Freak was going to charge for this? Nah, I think because other games do have similar upgrades on Switch 2 where it's just a resolution and frame rate boost, and so it's free. The thing is, because it's Scarlet and Violet, it's such a stark upgrade. It's like a night and day difference. If anything, it does point out how ugly the art style is more than ever. Now that's running well. I thought they just weren't going to do anything with it. I thought this game was just going to run at its maximum resolution and frame rate target, and that's all we were going to get. But the fact that they did actually put in a little bit of effort to make it look presentable is, well, credit where credit's due. It should have looked like this in the first place, but hey, at least they did something. Yeah, people hadn't had so much backlash. I think you're right. Maybe like they wouldn't have put this much effort into just a performance patch, using like potentially DLSS and everything, and upping the frame rate cap. But yeah, the like rumor on the winds. I don't know how much validity there is to this, but the rumor is that Game Freak internally, the devs are not happy with how things have been rushed out in recent years. So they themselves want to sort of like, you know, all right, let's slow down a little bit. let's maybe put better products out there. All right, so the mountains have now turned into like Japanese mountain side kind of, and we're now in one of the Team Star camps. They're the because this entire game is based around you being at a school, an academy, and these are like the delinquents. The delinquents are like the enemy team in this game, rather than like Team Rocket or Aqua and Magma, anything like that. And there's Aerie, the leader of this squad. Hello. She's very tall. Did I come to train? Yeah, I did come to train. He likes wrestling. Fighting type against ghost type? Oh, Aerie, this is not gonna go well for you. You know what? You ain't gonna hit me with anything. Let's go all out. Never mind, you have a ground move. Okay, we need to move fast. Well, yeah, I like the Team Star story, to be clear. Like, there's actually a pretty solid story told in the different storylines of this game, which is something that Sword and Shield completely lacked. Like, Black and White did a really good job with it, Sun and Moon did a really good job with it, but yeah, the in-between games, X and Y on the 3DS, yeah, Black and White did a great job with story. X and Y dropped the ball. Sun and Moon did a really good job with story. Sword and Shield dropped the ball, and now we're back again to like actually pretty good story in Scarlet and Violet when, yeah, like you said, you get all the context. You know what, let's Terrasilize to boost my fire moves, and then keep going with Bitter Blade. Terrasilizing actually looks pretty now. It's not just a frame rate destroyer. The hats are still stupid. That's another one of those art direction things where the hats are stupid. I wish Terrasilizing just put the crystal effect on them without the dumb hat, but it's one of those kids games things. I think kids are so stupid that they need the hats in order to tell what the Terra type is. Yeah, Vanilla Sun and Moon is my favorite Pokemon story, and it might be my favorite. When I think about it, Vanilla Sun and Moon might just be my favorite Pokemon game. Like, it's a very different game, and I appreciate it for that. Like, Sun and Moon felt like a step in the right direction. It felt like they were like, okay, the series is stale, let's mix it up. And then Sword and Shield yanked them back. They were like, oh, no, wait, some people didn't like this. I can only assume that's why they did. Some people didn't like it, and so we immediately need to go backwards. Yeah, the art style, the art direction in general, like, I would say from Sword and Shield, I didn't love the way Sword and Shield looked, but especially afterwards. I think Legends Arceus is a fun game, but kind of ugly. This game, fun, kind of ugly. And then let's not even talk about Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Oh my god. That chibi mobile game looking thing. Yeah, I wish we had I wish Pokemon Stars was real. Still don't know exactly what happened there. Yeah, we won. I mean, she is toast. I know exactly what happened there with Pokemon Stars. Was it Tom Phillips over at Eurogamer was like, no, this was a thing. I know it was a thing. My source that I know knows stuff. Told me it was a thing. And then over at Cerebi, Joe was like, definitely was not. Don't know what the hell you're talking about. So there's sort of conflicting stories. Oh, look at all of these characters, their eyes, specifically when they blink. Yeah, there's a little bit of ghosting on Aries' eyes, I noticed when she blinks. I wonder if that's also a DLSS thing. Yeah, hasta la V-Star. This is Spain, we need to speak in Spanish, and they have a pun for Team Star. Alright. Come on, let me Skyrim up the mountain. Yeah, I have to go around. Oh, we're at the edge of the map. That's why I can't go higher. I've been having so much fun just wandering around. I haven't really... Yeah, so let's go up and around into the snowy mountains. If I go further around here, there's a nice rainy forest I can show y'all. You're a Gimmighoul? Where are you? Hey, there you are. One Gimmighoul coin. Oh, good at Pokemon Center, I need it. This Rulite is low on PP. Oh. Yeah, Iborg. I'm sad we never got the Dragon Quest XI 3DS version. I think that's an English... Jesus, look at these bugs and these monkeys. Oh my god, look at them all. This game was not designed to spawn this many Pokemon at once. Holy crap. Oh my god. I think there's an English patch for Dragon Quest 11 now, where you can do the whole... Where you can do the 3DS version, but in English. Sucker Punch, alright, yeah, goes first. I also think it would be cool to see another 2D Pokemon game. I would love it if the art... thing I always try to remind a lot of people is that sprite artists don't really exist in the AAA space anymore. Like, pixel art is a dead art as far as AAA is concerned. It's very much an indie game thing. Where, like, people who are good at doing pixel art do it for the love of the game. And having some nice battles, I guess. What's up, dude? Defeat 0 trainers. What? I've defeated anyone here? Did I just skip this area? So when it comes to AAA games, studios are entirely comprised of like 3D modeling artists. And so, you're up so late, Champion Shawn. That's right, I am Champion Shawn. When it comes to making a 2D game, that's why you see it in the indie space very specifically. Because that's what people there know how to do. So when it comes to like making a 2D Pokemon game, yeah, you're probably looking at like fans doing it, but I also would love it if we got a like Sega Saturn style, that level of sprite work Pokemon game. That would be really cool, because that's like, we got really close with Black and White I think it's why Black and White is the best looking Pokemon game, is because they were just firing on all cylinders at the end of the DS there. They knew what they were doing with sprite work, and it was gorgeous. I love Black and White so much. Yeah. Look, I can't be mad at you, Pokemon Center lady, but your tips aren't always the best. Yeah, and full name, that is 100% a thing. There's absolutely the sentiment with the casual audience that sprite work equals old. Yes, absolutely. So if they put out a new sprite art Pokemon game, it would very specifically need to be like a digital download or something aimed at the hardcore audience. Because if they put that in like store shelves, yeah, the casual audience would be like, what the hell am I looking at? Also, hell yeah, Spider-Man Miraidon. Let's see, that's the edge of the map. I want to get to snowy area, so let's go around. Yeah, that is why Sonic Superstars used 3D models. I still need to play Sonic Superstars. Because I know, like, hardcore Sonic fans actually like it a decent amount. They're like, yeah, this isn't great, but it's okay. And obviously the haters, like a certain grubby boy, really hated it. I'm curious to see how, where I would fall and all that. Because it definitely looks cheap to me. I'm wondering just how it is as a Sonic game. Hey, Flareon. Indeedy? That's not me saying it, that's the name of the Pokemon. Oh, it's, what's between Axew and Haxorus? What's that dude's name? Ah, shoot. Always use rare candy in the TCG. I never remember stage 1s. Fracture, thank you. Yeah, Fracture. Good name, by the way. Good name. Where's Cream the Rabbit? Beef, you can't just say that in the middle of a Twitch chat. Come on. You know, this has actually made for a very fun streaming game, I gotta say. Just me, like, wandering around World of Pokemon while chit-chatting with y'all. This has been actually pretty fun. Oh, is this the Mill Sage or the final one? That's Tinkatuff. Okay, yeah, that's the middle one. My friend loves Tinkaton because he loves the lore that Tinkaton's hobby, like as a species, they love chucking their hammers at, or what? They love using their hammers to golf rocks up at birds, up at shoot, the Sword and Shield bird, the metal one, I forget his name, Corviknight. They love golfing rocks at Corviknights flying by, which is hilarious. No, Cream the Rabbit's innocent. Don't. Now look, if you want to talk about Vanilla, Vanilla the Rabbit. All right, then we'll talk. What is... It's the evolution of Capsakid, or I guess Capsakid. I actually just learned what Capsaicin is recently. Let's go Villain, that's right. I think that's a neat design. Two different spiciness of peppers anthropomorphized. Pride of Pyroars. leader of the pack, the lazy dude, and then the stronger females around him. Oh, all the little fellas. You are not Lynn. Lynn is the sun and moon cat. You are, can't remember before it comes up. Leo. I was not gonna remember that. I would have been sitting there for a minute. Leo. Leo hasn't been a concern of mine since I was in high school, playing the TCG in the X and Y era. Or I guess it would have been college at that point. Oh, snowy area. I would definitely expect this to run and look a little bit better. No trails in the snow, which is a little unfortunate. We get a little snow effect. Which, you know, it's not like tanking the frame rate or anything, so, you know, props for that. Nice little snow falling effect. Ah, Sawsbuck. Winter form. Snom! One of the greatest Pokemon ever. Look at that adorable little fellow. I want to catch it. And this is why I false swipe on my Ceruledge Edge. Wait, Struggle Bug doesn't deal self-damage, does it? Okay, we're fine. False swipe never knocks out Pokemon. So if you have a level 100 Pokemon, you just like instantly get the enemy to 1 HP and then you chuck a Pokeball. Heck yeah. Yeah, they loved normal types in X and Y for some reason. It was weird. Oh, hang on. Spider. I don't want to squish him or anything. He's chill. He's chill. I don't want him on my monitor. Hello there. Come in. Yeah, what's Snom's type? It's Bug Ice, right? Yeah, Ice Bug. I think gets destroyed by an Ember. Look, there's Levincia down there. That's where we came from. I've been taking my time, but... Greavard? I think Greavard's the... Or maybe Houndstone's the smaller one. I get them mixed up. I've been taking my time, but it has taken us a hot second to get all the way around this world. Frostlass, hello. I've been enjoying just seeing the animations of all the Pokemon in their natural environment. Bronzong, because it can survive up here. Yeah, I like the Snom line in general. Snom and Frostmoth. Frostmoth is a cool Pokemon too. Shawn, is this a safe space? Lex, if anyone else asked it, I would say yes. I'm a little concerned with you asking it. But go on. Oh, hey! There's a Gimmighoul. Paldea's highest peak, one of the 10 sites of Paldea. Yeah, give me that Gimmighoul coin. Yeah, it is cold, isn't it? Oh, shit. I don't want to fight you, little guy. I don't want to fight you. I don't think the Mario RPGs are very fun. I think they're kind of boring, says Lexi. Okay, okay, we have a conversation to be had here. Hang on. Hold. Chat's immediately ready to excommunicate Lexi. which Mario RPGs specifically, Lex? Do you mean like just all of them? Mario and Luigi, Paper Mario, like all of them? And also, which ones have you played? I'm curious. Also, where do I go? Oh my god, I have choices. This is the highest peak in Paldea. I could go anywhere. Look, chat. I can see my house from here. Actually, I literally can, I think. Is what? That's the school. Beyond that. Mario RPG and Paper Mario. Okay. Okay. So we have an interesting situation here, Lex, where each of the Mario RPG series have some bad entries. All of them do. Like, Mario RPG is an individual game, so it's a one-off, but because it was succeeded by Paper Mario. I didn't love Super Mario RPG myself. I first played it with the remake. I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. But I wasn't like terribly impressed either. Paper Mario. See, this is the problem with both Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario. Both series drop off hard after like their second entry. Because like Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga is great. And then Partners in Time is meh. And then Bowser's Inside Story is great. And then all the ones after that aren't very good. Paper Mario, first one, fantastic. Thousand Year Door, fantastic. Super Paper Mario completely changed the formula. And then all the ones after that were a mixed bag. They aren't very deep, and that's why you wouldn't like them, Lex. I know because you like more in-depth RPGs, like Alice stuff and everything. So yeah, you wouldn't like them. Because they aren't very deep, that's the point. They are definitely more for the casual audience. It's like Pokemon. Pokemon isn't too deep intentionally. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, though. Because I don't love Mario RPGs collectively either. I like specific ones. So I see where you're coming from. And, you know, I also like Persona is one of my favorite series. I play Pokemon because of my attachment to the franchise, more so than the video games themselves. Dro, I really want to get around to... Oh my god, there's so many freaking Pokemon up here. I really want to get around to playing Brothership. I think, what, Grubb said that he thought it was okay, like it was solid, but not great. And I know a lot of people are just disappointed by it, but I feel like it's one of those games where a ton of people skipped it because of what they heard about it, but then going back to it, they're like, oh, this is solid, I like this. Citadel Grease I got from Citadel, I don't like that. These damn Sneasel need to leave me alone. Oh yeah, if it didn't run well on Switch 1, maybe that's... It's a good point, full name. Pokemon is either ridiculously simple or ridiculously complex, depending on if you're playing single player against the computer or if you're playing multiplayer in competitive battling. Because, yeah, anyone who says that Pokemon is way too easy, show them competitive battling and their brains will melt. Thousand Year Door Switch version is probably the best overall Mario RPG. I've heard people actually like revisit Thousand Year Door and be like, oh, I actually don't like this as much as I thought I did. Still an excellent game, but I don't like it quite as much as I thought I did. So I still need to fire it up myself. Also, Skyridge, I'm curious. Does your name come from the Pokemon TCG set, or does it come from something else? I feel like I've seen you in other chat rooms. I've always been curious about that. Hell yeah. Fellow Pokemon TCG boomer. Excellent. Where should I jump down to? Then I'm gonna end the stream in Area 0. I'm trying to think of where I want to jump down to for now, though. Quapless, yes! Old school Pokemon TCG perverts in my chat. I'm fostering a good community. Here, we can go down here for now. Whee! I do like this would be what, Grusha's gym? He's got a pretty play field, I like it a lot. Like Ice Terra, Pokeball in the middle, and a nice view out here. A lot of people fell off the TCG. I don't like the TCG a ton competitively anymore. I still play like daily matches. And just with my off-meta deck, I've been playing... I have a, interestingly, Cerule Edge deck that I really love right now. But yeah, reprisers and everything kind of turned me off the TCG in the Sun and Moon era. I'll still keep up with it though, because it's my primary love of Pokemon, has always been the TCG over the video games. I mean, Pokemon TCG is the one that is like, you know, if you were going to be into a TCG, that's the one, because it is not very expensive, but I'm sure you know that full name if you know a decent amount about the TCG. Alright, let's jump down to, I want to say the backside of this has a village? Oh, that's not very exciting, though. Let's see if we can get down to the lake from here. Geronimo! More leisurely than I thought it would be. Oh, that's fair, full name. I didn't go quite as far as I wanted to. Oh, well. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play Bonanza. I don't know if I'll stream Bonanza. Maybe. So I feel like that's a game that actually would lend itself well to streaming. But I feel like a lot of my audience would also be playing it themselves, and I try to avoid streaming games that people want to play, because, you know, that like destroys viewership. People want to avoid spoilers and everything. Ghost towns, we got a lot of ghost types here. Ooh, I like the lamps that are lampant style. That's neat. I do love the look of this city. It's funny that the gym leader, though, the gym leader is a rapper. She's an old lady who raps. Which is like, someone in Game Freak just absolutely had that idea in their head for some reason. They're like, we're doing this. We'll figure out the rest of the design of her city and everything afterwards, but we're doing this. It is cool to have sort of a, like, Halloween almost themed town up in the mountains. It does remind me a little bit of a certain book series I used to like a lot. Maybe don't like as much now, as much, if at all. Hey, rare candy, that's useful. Okay, that's the normal type village. That's kind of whatever. Should go desert next, probably. I could go like desert, then lake, and then finish the stream by checking out some Area 0. The FS7 snowboarding village. That's a good pull. I definitely get vibes with that as well. Trash. 'Cause, 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 'cause Let's see. I'm probably okay. So let's see. We got maybe around half an hour left in the stream, I would say, and I do need to get an ad break out of the way in a few minutes here. So tell you what, while I'm sort of just traveling around, I'm gonna roll that ad break again. Thanks for everyone who sticks around through it, and yeah, we'll keep going a little bit longer here, half an hour to an hour more. So non-subs, I'll see you on the other side of that. Okay, there we go. Iono. Iono's a goober. I initially hated her design, the whole, like, obnoxious Twitch streamer thing, but she has grown on me a little bit. Because she's supposed to be, like... She's clearly... Iono's, like, a bad person, if you, like, really think about the things she's saying. Like, she'll do anything for, like, a good collaboration, like, ad sponsorship thing. Which makes for a good character, actually. Everything about streaming Dark Souls are similar? What, you just want Mike's stream part 2? No, I'm not into the Souls games. I promised my chat this years ago. I'm sure there's people in here who still remember. I did promise that if they put Elden Ring on Game Pass, I would check it out. Look, I don't think that's happened yet, as far as I know. But if Elden Ring makes it into Game Pass, don't worry, you'll get a stream of it. Oh yeah, Terror Raids run great. Full name. I did one earlier. I guess I don't know how like online multiplayer is affected by that, if at all. But yeah, single player at least. Sounds great. Weirdly specific, what, the Elden Ring thing? Back in the day, it's because I streamed when I was broke as hell. And so I was like, look, I'm not spending $60 on Elden Ring, because Elden Ring was still pretty new at the time. I was like, I'm not spending $60 on this. The stream's not big enough, I don't have enough money. But if it gets in the Game Pass, we'll talk. And I have not forgotten that promise I made like 3 years ago or whatever. Go back up button when the game is like, oh, you're screwed, kid. Kingsfield, oh jeez, I would like see Mike play that. I do like watching Mike play some of those older, like, more difficult or more maligned games, because I feel like sometimes he's kind of like me, where he is willing to, like, see the good in a game and, like, look past the flaws a little bit to see how interesting is this game. Maybe in a different way, because we don't agree on some of those things, but I do appreciate when people are willing to, like, have a conversation about a game rather than just be like, games suck. Huh. This isn't the area I thought it was. What, the actual desert is over there, so what the hell is this area? I think this is one where I kind of just, like, sped through as I was trying to finish the game. So after a certain while, I definitely got open world fatigue. Hey, a Spirit Tomb. Look at that. I was definitely feeling the open world fatigue. Oh yeah, I remembered liking the look of this area. Just like a dedicated fall area, like an autumn area for whatever reason. Not sure if this is like a biome I should be aware of or anything, but it's kind of cool. Me and Mike arguing over is old game good or not. That would be an interesting one, because that would either be like, we would either just agree on everything, or it would be the most argumentative podcast ever. Oh, look at all the fortress. I already have my work cut out for myself trying to convince them that Sonic 3 and Knuckles is one of the best Sonic games. I was there for that podcast, that like 3-hour magnum opus we did. Yeah, we would spend 8 hours debating the camera. Swablu, they're so fluffy. Oh, actually, yeah, Swablu and Altaria look great in this art style. Again, maybe a bit too realistic, but yeah, the fluffy cloud wings, those are great. Yeah, Lakitu tried in Super Mario 64. But look, if you try and you get an F, you still get an F, you know? There's Gimme Goal. Yeah, I definitely... Bloodborne PC 2025. I do plan on streaming Majora's Mask the way I streamed... Look, it's a little sushi, dude. I don't think this is shiny. I think it's just a different color. I plan on doing Majora's Mask the way I did Ocarina. I'm gonna wait until there is the same type of mods for it, though, where I can import the 3DS assets. So I think that went really well for Ocarina. Tiled water texture aside, this looks pretty nice, too. Simple, but nice. Also, I still wanna... I think I'm gonna do this on, like, one of my off days, like, Wednesday through Friday. I wanna compile all of the, Ocarina streams into one big video. And that'd be a good evergreen way to keep those VODs together. All the VODs are still on the YouTube channel, of course, but... and that'll make for a better watching experience. Yeah, let's get zooming. We go for a splish splash in the lake. Dondozo! Hello. Oh yeah, I love Majora's Mask. I like Majora's Mask so much more than Ocarina. I like how weird and like kinda dark, but not in an overwhelming way it is. It's another thing I mentioned before. Twilight Princess, I feel like is too try hard with going for a dark theme. I like how Majora's Mask is very natural in that. Nice remix of the battle theme for this countryside. Flappy. Flappy's short, huh? I didn't realize Flappy was that short. Oh, the rare 3-segment Dunsparce? Eh. Dunsparce is a silly Pokemon. I don't really care about that goober. A wild Cyclizar, huh? That's not shiny or sparkly on the ground. Yeah, I think nowadays people are more vocal about liking Majora's Mask over Ocarina. I gotta respond to a message real quick. It's like it's hinted at a little bit in the game, but yeah, it's pretty clear these guys are Paradox Cyclosaria. Desert is over this way. Is that an Oinkologne? Yeah, with Chonk's evolution, Oinkologne. Cascarafa. Really leaned into the Spain of it all, huh? Music changes up based on where you are. Yeah, Capsaica. Desert's running well, as I would expect it to. I thought this was an interesting idea for a city. I actually like this one quite a bit. I forget the nameless city, but the fact that it's an oasis in the desert is a cool idea. Oh, this is Cascarafa, okay. 'Cause then you get like a waterside town, but in a like landlocked area, which is pretty cool. It's got the waterfall coming down from there, and so this is the kind of thing you would usually see on the coastline in a game like this, but it's looking pretty good too. Everything's smoothed over a bit. Once again, yes, texture work. Oh my god, hold up. Hold up, look at that hill in the background. What the? Yo, that hill is dancing. Oh my god. That is disturbing. Alright, I heard that was a thing. That's the first time seeing that in person. No. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that crappy King Kong game Lucy played, yeah. Ew. That's the first time I've seen that happen. That was more of a thing in the base game, as I remember, the objects like melting into view. I think that was kind of like a one-off here in this version. I don't think... Let's chat, you've noticed it. That's the first time I've seen it so far today. Yeah, this is funny. If you float down, it's still a desert, so it still gets on that desert air, but then it's still like the oasis area down here. But it's like a beach because the sand is falling in. Ah, oh, this was a cool idea for a city. I like it a lot. Yeah, it was like a level of detail thing or something happening there with the texturing there. I was melting. I do think about that myself, Dro. Like, will the next Zelda, probably pretty likely that sticks with Breath of the Wild formula, but will they always stick with that? I don't know. Yeah, Gen 10 should be open world. I didn't follow the Terra leak too closely, but from a little bit I saw, it seems like the idea behind Gen 10 is to like keep this going, shall we say? I won't say too much in case people don't want spoilers, but keep going in the direction that they started with this game. Yeah, I would like to see Zelda go back to the old formula now that I think the gameplay is better than ever in Zelda. It would be neat to see them go back to the old design. More focused design, so it could be a little more dense. That would be cool. Oh, huh. That's interesting. Okay, so look at the textures on the right here, where we're a little close. You can see where it's obviously they've tiled the rock texture. But look at on the left. When they have the rocks be sort of jagged, it does hide that imperfection a little bit more. Game Freak could use a more smart covering of their technical limitations like that. Is there anything else I really... Oh, we've almost done a full circle, so yeah. Show off the windmills a little bit here. It's kind of a neat area. Game Freak needs smart. Yeah, that's a takeaway from this entire stream, I think. Good ideas, just not very well implemented, basically. What's that? Oh, that's where, what's her, Tulip, that's her name. That's Tulip's town. Okay, sure, I can go there first and then circle back to school and go to Area 0. I forget exactly how you get into Area 0, but I think I might be able to teleport there. Wait! Yo, it's a shiny! It's a shiny Mudbray! Alright, let's false swipe it so it stays alive. Alright, what ball do I want to catch in? Anything special? Good. Inverted Pokeball color for the shiny. For a Premier Ball. Hey! Alright! Nice. Natural shiny. Didn't even like try for it or anything. Cool. Mudbray has been added to your party. See, how much room do I have? Let me go in my boxes and move some of these other guys out. I'll keep Mudbray in for now. Heal him up next chance I get. Him? Yeah, him. Yeah, it's a fun moment. Yeah, no, it's definitely because of the increase in spawns. I heard Jordan talk about this the other day, where he said that he did a little bit of shiny hunting, or at least he's heard this from others. You do a little bit of shiny hunting and like turn on all the shiny enhancing items that you can get in Pokemon games now. If you go to a densely populated area, like within minutes, you'll find a shiny. So the higher spawn rate definitely affects that. Which makes it kind of funny that there's absolutely going to be Pokemon freaks who buy a Switch 2 just for the increased shiny rates. Yes, boxes are now just, you can use them anywhere. You don't have to go to, you have to go to a Pokemon Center. It's great. That's one of the reasons I say, hey, look, the two different forms of Toxicity. Was it high tempo and low key? Nice. One of the reasons this is one of the best Pokemon experiences you can have is because there's so much quality of life stuff. Like being able to just, you know, hit X and yeah, your boxes are all right there. It's great. the devaluing of shinies. Yeah, I heard that's a bit of a thing. People are mad that their shinies aren't as valuable anymore. Hey, is that... You gotta slow down. If that's your Curlia, I think she's lagging behind a little bit there. Oh yeah, look at this, y'all. I thought this was cool. This town is all about, like, stonework and everything, as you can see. Hey, Squawkabillies, what's up? And then on the side of the gym is the old school, like, Gen 1 sprites in stonework. Which is, like, bizarrely out of character for Game Freak, but also incredibly cool that they included it. Yeah, back when there were, what, a grand total of like 8 different sprites a Pokemon could have on the pause menu. Oh, right, you can't climb a gym. Yeah, it's the battlefield for this city. Okay. Get an eye out now to see. Make sure I don't miss any more shinies or anything. This Pathra. That's a cool, like, lake on the mountain. I hear a Gimmighoul. There it is. Hello, fella. Can I have your coin? Thank you. Oh, 5 points. Nice. All right, shinies don't make a sound. I was like, aren't you supposed to make a sound when I'm near shiny? That's Legends Arceus that does that, right? Let's go down here. This sort of like, it kind of looks like a wasteland, but actually it's like plant driven, like bug driven at the very least. He looks like Lego Island. Interesting comparison. Entirely incorrect one, perhaps, but... I think maybe the best way to sum up Violet is they had good ideas. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they had good ideas. Kind of let down by their own shortcomings, technically, as developers. Yeah, right, they're big into, like, yarn and silk here, because it's a bug-oriented. Like, cooking and stuff. Like, they cook using, natural Pokemon products, like stuff that grass and bugs make. They make clothes out of the silk from tarantula and stuff. Okay. So let's head back to the main character's hometown. Thought that might have been something there. And then head to Area 0. Close things out. Hope everyone's enjoying this nice little tour of Paldea I'm going on here. Pop it. Oop. Ah, shoot. You can see a little fellow there in the grass. Don't paw me. You can stick around. That's alright. You do you, little buddy. there's a school, and that's where we started. Started this whole, geez, 2.5 hour stream. Los Platos. It's just a little town that maybe sets a bad first impression for the game, because you cannot enter any areas, any of the houses here. That was the first thing that tipped me off when I first played it. I'm like, oh no. Oh, this game has problems, huh? Not just Game Freak problems, this game has problems. Oh, Pokemon games are great at giving you doors you can't open, though. Yeah, speaking of, please don't even have a door. Why put one on there if you're not going to use it? Alright, this is where you, like, fall down in the beginning of the game. There it is, home sweet home. Hallway at 240p, but hey, indoors. Indoors looks good. It's character's mom. This actually looks pretty good. You actually see the texture work was higher resolution than you might expect from the rest of the game. Like, game sets a pretty good first impression here. House actually looks pretty nice. There's your Nintendo Switch, of course, your Switch OLED, I believe. Problem kind of comes from when you step outside. And immediately you start to notice some lower resolution stuff. Well, pretty good though. Doesn't get really bad until you get into like the first city. It's funny that's just your house, and then you go over here, it's just your rival's house, where, first of all, one of the best rivals Pokemon has ever had, Nemona, but also, she just lives in a mansion, apparently, that I don't think... Oh, you can't enter this one. Can't enter this one. Ooh, nice painting. I want that Luminion painting on my wall. Is that... I never noticed that before. That's supposed to be like an abstract Greninja painting, huh? Throwing a water shuriken? Yeah, it's a little Ash Greninja. Yeah, because it's got like the orange highlights, huh? I guess that is Ash Greninja. That's cool. Dang. Sell me that artwork. The X and Y as a game, not that great. X and Y the anime, godlike. Love the X and Y anime. Let's really just get out here. Let's walk around a bit. Then yeah, this is where you battle Nemona for the first time. Rich girl's got a private training field. Nice area. Alright, let's circle back to the school. Can't wait to check out Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom like this. I don't know when I'll do that, but at some point in the future. Hey, I heard that. What's that gaming goal? Yeah, there you are. Probably not a coincidence. Sun and Moon anime, God, also great in its own way. Comedic rather than action-packed, but Sun and Moon anime is also fantastic. Especially that final battle. Then here we are. Back at school. It's looking pretty good. Uva Academy. Violet, because it has to be grapes, of course. And Naranja Academy for Violet. It needs to be orange. Let's see. Yeah, thumbnail bait right here. I definitely did not say that. Let me see. How do you bring up photo mode? How do you bring up photo mode? There we go. Down button to change your expression. Why? Hey, there we go. Wait, what's this? There we go. There we go. Let me see. How do you? Hey. Oh, pose with the shiny Mudbray? That's a good point. Let me see. To do that, I would make it number 1. I could go and do a picnic as well, I suppose, but wait, come here. Come here. Here, boy. Alright, hold. Let's see, let's put you over here. Okay. And then what the hell do you? There we go. Oh man, it's a little too close. Hello, Psyduck. Kinda getting in my shot here. There we go. Right about there. Look, my character even looks like a YouTube thumbnail bait, you know, like what is this? Chat, what is this? Alright. Let's see. Alright, Mudbray. Return. And then let's see. Bring up the map. Zero gate. Let's see how a more densely packed area pans out. I won't spend too long in here because if people do want to play the game, I don't want to give like too much spoiler of what this place is and everything. So let's just wait. What do you get out of here? Do you just use a door? Do you have to use the teleporter? You have to use the teleporter. Oh, the music. Here we are, Area 0. Things look a little different, and the Pokemon are maybe not what you expect them to be. And oh my god, that shiny Jumpluff. Oh my god, that's a shiny Jumpluff. Okay. I want this. I didn't know Jumpluff shiny is pink, and now I really want it. It looks adorable. And did this turn into Nier? When the game got good story-wise, Lex. This game is a technical nightmare that actually has something very cool underneath it. What did you use? Was it Memento? Memento? Ah, dude. Load save? How do you even load save? Just like quit the app? I don't know if that would do it. Got Master Ball or frickin' Jumpluff. Where's this put me? Damn. Shiny Jumpluff, no. I'll always remember you. I've never lost a shiny like that before. Well, anyways. Welcome to Area 0, everybody. Right up. Let's just jump. Oh, we're fine. I didn't do it. That jump off was like, nah, dog. You ain't catching me. I live free, I die hard. Oh, man. Alright, I want to freaking fight something after that. This Bell theme absolutely rips. Bitter Blade, because I'd be hella bitter right now. My brain learned to move? Strength. Oh. Yeah, weird. Strength is just a normal move now. Now you don't need to push boulders with it. On the plus side, thanks to the increased spawn rate, if I hang out here long enough, surely I'll just see another shiny Jumpluff. Whee! Oh, right, this is a thing. I forgot that this is a thing. What's this area? What's going on down here? I don't know. I don't know. It's something you'll have to figure out on your own. Wait a minute. Oh, you were just deactivated. I was like, is that shiny Iron Hands? What the hell? Okay. I think that is a good place to call it, though. After that absolute heartbreak. Yeah. Need to go toss a pizza in or something. Drown my sorrows. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Why, check out how Pokemon Violet runs on Switch 2. Turns out pretty well, huh? I was actually a little impressed by it. Still art direction wise, not a very attractive game. Unfortunately, still kind of ugly. But at least the game that is there, the game that's fun to play in general, underneath, it runs well, which is good. And that's good for me because I think tomorrow I'll fire up the DLC is probably the plan. I don't think there's anything else I want to do. It'll also be like a clean starting point if anyone just wants to see what more of the game is about without necessarily seeing like what the main story is in case they want to play for themselves, you know? So, that's probably what we'll do tomorrow. Let everyone know if that plan changes. But yeah. I don't think there's anything else to announce or anything like that. I think that's it, so let's just get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow for probably more Pokemon. Catch you later. Bye-bye.